check. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. It's your boy Gooseneck Gamer. And we're back, chat. What's good with another episode of the Red Zone Fantasy Report for PML here on the Premier Madden League Network, right? As always, I got two of your favorite hosts with me right now. Nefarious, say what's up to the people.
What's up, everybody? We're back for another edition of your favorite PML show right next to Gold Rush, the Fantasy Red Zone Report. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I'm happy that you jumped on, Goose. All the stuff you contributed has been great so far.
Thank you. More things coming, man. I just really hate you open up a show lying to people, but hey, things happen. I get it. I understand. Also, Fallen is with us today. Someone y'all actually care about other than myself. Fallen, say what's up to the people.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're back again with another week of fantasy. I just want to say I appreciate Nefarious and I appreciate Goose. Appreciate everything that Goose is doing. I hope you guys took a look at the intro that we kind of put in the chat. Goose is putting a lot of work in there, so he's doing a great job. A great addition to the team, and we're excited to bring another fantasy week for you guys.
Yeah, man. Let me get everything up. While I'm working on getting this up, Nefarious, go ahead and take the people down to what happened in week 7, and I'm going to get the spreadsheet up for everybody so that our viewers can see.
All right, first I want to go through the winners, everybody that got a content point last week. So congratulations to Q, Malirojo, Burn, Fallen, and Natural. They all got 1 content point for the wins last week, so congrats to them. And then I want to jump into some waiver pickups this week. Waivers, they keep rolling in, but the ones that we have for now, thus far in week 8, Fallen himself has dropped Zane Gonzalez, the kicker, and picked up Zach Ertz, the tight end. Then Papagreeny dropped Tony Pollard, the running back, for Dak Prescott, so a little cowboy for cowboy action there. Then he dropped the Giants defense for the Titans defense, and then he also dropped Marquise Goodwin of the Texans for Travis Kelce. Then you take a look, FKNJP dropped Kenyon Drake for Tylan Wallace, and then myself, I dropped Tom Brady for the Eagles defense. But that's gonna do it for waivers so far. I mean, they keep rolling in. I'm gonna have plenty of guys say, "Hey, I forgot," and DM me. But as long as no games are played, I'll take in waivers. But the deadline that we set is for the waiver order. So if you don't put in a waiver by the deadline, then the waiver order is out the window for you. You pretty much go after everybody else, and it's first come, first serve after that.
Gotcha. Makes sense, guys. Well, you heard it there live. Make sure you get those waivers in. Like you said, you have plenty of time to get them in. And, just try to stay on top of it, man, and make sure you give yourself the best chance to win more games, especially now that we got that fantasy point on the line.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I mean, content point on the line for fantasy. You know what I meant, yeah.
Yeah.
So moving right along, look at some of the matchups we had this week. Make sure I got all this right. Go over here. First game I got up, we got Fallen versus Drama Man right here.
Yep, exactly.
All right, got you. So, Jesus, did he start some guys that didn't play? What's going like? This could be 100 points. This might be worth 2 content points. Good God.
Yeah, he's destroying them this week. Stephon Diggs is the big name that the new Bills user used him a lot. 52.7 points just from Stephon Diggs. Then you take a look at Drama side. It's just a bunch of guys that underperformed thus far this week.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely don't see him coming back. So, Fallen's going to get that content point. So that's 2 weeks in a row for Fallen with a content point. So congrats to you, Fallen, on that.
It sounds like Fallen was tanking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's waiting for that content point.
Yeah, that's what that is.
No, this was one of those weeks. I had a good week last week too. Tariq Cohen had another big week. I kind of predicted that. And Stephon Diggs, new Bills user, came in and He had a fantastic day with him. So that was one of the things when I drafted Diggs. I was hoping he was going to be a star receiver for, my team, and he wasn't really used all that often. And I'm glad I started him this week because I was kind of hesitant. I actually think I only started him because I had another person that was on a bye. Oh yeah, Miles Sanders, who I usually put in the flex, was on a bye, so I needed to use 3 wide receivers. Normally I use 3 running backs. So
Yeah.
it worked out this week, and I think I got positive points from everyone, and almost double-digit points from everyone.
We got
outside
action
of,
in the chat, guys. We already got action in the chat. D. Lloyd, our Bucks user, said, "Stop being modest, man." He said, "Talk your shit, bro. If you triple somebody's score, you deserve that extra content point." So we'll have to get that over to JT right away. Yeah. I mean, he tripled his score. Jesus, like, man.
Yeah, it's definitely luck of the draw, but you take a look at his lineup. I mean, Gerald Everett's been good all season.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry ended up being a DC. That could have been big points for him. It could be a lot closer. But yeah, just a bunch. Derrick Henry. I mean, when I say a lot closer, Derrick Henry gets like 30 plus points just from his usage,
and that still would have doubled the score.
He's up to. He's up to 70. Then you add Derek Carr. Derek Carr, is he even playing this week? Derek Carr, who's the Raiders playing?
Yes, he's playing the Giants.
So he's yet to play. So we'll see what Derek Carr gets. I doubt it's going to be much though.
Stephon Diggs outscored his whole team. Jesus, I hear you, D. Lord.
Honestly,
you know what? The Bills are in a unique position because I doubt he could throw to Stephon Diggs for the rest of the season and not even hit the overuse stats. That's interesting. All right, we're moving right along. We got Burn up against Papagreeny. Let me get the scores over here for our viewers. Oh my, we got
another one.
Ooh.
Now this one's more on Papagreeny than the one with drama is on drama. Papagreeny has a couple players that aren't even playing this week.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he updated it on his sheet, but it never updated for us, which either means he didn't have no internet connection when he updated it, or he's bullshitting. So either way, it happened to Q already, and we already have a standard that if it's not shown on the list and we already put it in the lineup, so we can't change it for you, we're going to keep it for everybody. I mean, there's been a couple weeks where I accidentally put somebody in the bye week, and I know I hold myself to the same standard I hold everybody else. There's no fixing that. Even though I had somebody on the bench that wasn't on a bye that could have filled in, I just let it be, and you live and you learn moving forward. But that's how we're gonna handle it. If I told Papagreeny and I also told Q, if there is an issue where you think it's not showing up on our spreadsheet, take a screenshot, send it to one of us, and we'll be able to update it just in case. So that's what we're going to do going forward. I don't see Papagreeny getting a content point in this one. Burns going to get another content point because I think he is one of the winners from last week. Yeah, he won last week, so that's going to be another content point for him.
Got you. D. Lloyd is in the chat today. He's like, "Yo, Fournette is my backup. Why is he playing?" Hey, that's on the fantasy guys to try to look at usage and I mean, at least he's not on a bye week, right? Like, does that even get a mention? I don't know, but yeah, either or. We have another game where he's almost exactly tripled his score. He's just shy of tripling his score, but he's not far off of it. So, man,
yeah. I mean that's all on Papagreeny on this one.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't really blame drama too much on the one against Fallen, but this is all on Papagreeny.
Gotcha.
But he knows he's more on top of it. I gave him a break, so we'll see what he does going forward. But that's another week of a content point that he's going to miss out this time. Just user error, like most of the interceptions in PML.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He had a lot of people on buys, so but
yeah, I think that week we had the most teams on a bye we've had, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was 6.
Yeah, it was a big week of buys.
So pull it up next. We got the Natural up against JP, and all these games played. Josh Jacobs, that's a sim, right?
Yep, that's
yes.
Josh
No, they
Jacobs,
gotta
no, that's
play.
the Giants. They're playing at 9:30.
Oh, okay.
Chiefs is on a bye, so Tyreek Hill's getting no points, and Rico
Sure.
Gafford's also on a bye, correct? So
Yes.
neither of those guys are
Chiefs
getting
Chargers.
points.
Bye.
Well, it could have been a close game, but I don't think it's going to
Yeah.
be. I mean, even with the 52 points from Lamar Jackson, Lamar
Yeah,
Jackson
Lamar
is,
Jackson, MVP.
yeah, man, he's got to be fantasy MVP. Might even be the MVP in PML, but
Honestly,
yeah, that's a different hot topic there, but we'll come back around to that one. But I mean, not bad for JP. Looks like everybody put up points. This is a nice, well-balanced lineup, you know. The defense got him a -2 there with the Texans, but other than that, like, you know, we got 30 here, 28 there, 17, 22. Like, that's a nice balanced offense, if you will, for his fantasy.
shout out to FK too, because Ty Chandler was out there since week 1, and he gets 15 points plus a week.
Mhm.
So I don't know why he was out there for so long, especially with some of the running backs that were on teams.
I hear you,
that were
shameless
just,
plug. It sounds good. I hear you.
Not getting points. Not getting points. Even though the 49ers suck, the user sucks, Ty Chandler's still getting his own.
All right, so let's keep it moving, guys. What we got here? You can't see the score totals? Oh, my bad. Okay, I'll boom, there you go. So I'll leave that up there for a little bit as we get ready to go into the next game, but I'll leave that up right quick for the users. The next game we got coming up is Nefarious at Q. So let me get this pulled up here, guys. Make sure everybody can see the totals on the screen. Good, it's on the screen. Perfect. So we got Nefarious at Q, and right now it's a 20-point game. Nefarious, let's see, you got Saquon Barkley to play. Khalif Raymond and Darius Slayton. What's up? What's the story with Slayton? Did he play? What's going on there?
Slayton, that's the Giants versus
Yeah,
Raiders.
okay, you're right.
Yeah, and I was playing Q in a little exhibition game, and he was talking to me. He was telling me how Darius Slayton has a dev story going in. So I don't know if the Raiders are watching currently. Sorry for blowing up your spot, but
yeah, I mean, you really did.
I'm expecting some
Like,
point.
shameless too. Like, oh,
Hey, how you gonna do that to that man?
Shameless.
well, Q, you know who not to talk to. Jesus, man.
Right. And Q, if you're listening, what's going on? You sat Javian Hawkins.
Yeah, he's in the chat right now. So let's wait to see what he got.
It's that JV. Yeah, sat JV and played Chubba Hubbard.
Chubba Hubbard. Yeah, Javian Hawkins. He actually was the only person who had a good game against the Patriots. 121 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. 5 catches for 44 yards.
Oh, Q said he chose the wrong Texan. Said he shouldn't have started Deshaun Watson. I'm not mad. I understand.
He should have
started Hawkins instead.
Yeah. Malirojo's in the chat now saying that. By the way, Neff, I'm supposed to communicate to you that you are a hoe. The chat is active right now after you dropping that bomb in the chat. Boy, let's I don't know the way Cammy season's going though. He might be able to get it, but who knows? He might lock in now and try to lock down.
I don't think it really matters.
But
I don't think it really matters.
I don't see Q getting the win here.
Yeah, I don't think so.
If anything, I think the games left to be played are actually going to benefit you, right?
Actually, he's all done. I won this week.
Yeah.
It's just because Chubba Hubbard's on a bye and Cooper Kupp already played. He had no receptions, no points. He had a rough game. It was a rough passing game between the Jags and I forgot who he played. It might have been the Colts. I forgot who exactly he played this week.
The Colts played the Bills. He played.
Colts did play the Bills.
He played the Bengals. He beat the Bengals.
Yeah. They both couldn't throw the ball in that game. It was a run heavy game, and Cooper Kupp wasn't involved in the 5 receptions between wide receivers that game.
Moving on to our next matchup, we got Malirojo at Goose, a division matchup in fantasy and oh god, I'm getting blasted. This is awful. Daniel Jones hadn't even played yet, and he's the leading passer right now, right? Daniel Jones I think he's top 2, and he's not 2.
Yeah, he's up there.
So, he's up there.
Aiden Hurst is a questionable decision that you had. I don't. I think he might have been your only
Yeah,
option.
he was my only
on a
option
bye.
because the Browns were on a bye,
Oh.
as I remember.
Yeah, but you have Kareem Hunt right under him.
Yeah, well, I didn't have anybody else. I had to play Kareem Hunt. I was kind of
Oh, you had nobody else.
yeah, and I was upset with myself for dropping what's his name because I should have played him just because Kareem Hunt was on a bye. I should have kept him. I dropped what's the receiver from the Patriots, Bird, Damiere Bird. I should have kept him for one more week just because of the bye. So yeah, I kind of hit a spot where I just had to put people in, but I didn't have enough players, with all the bye games, so I didn't expect it to fare well in this one. Josh Allen gave me 32, though.
Yeah, Josh Allen gave you 32. Melvin Gordon gave you good points. Brandon Cooks, not so much. Yeah, I don't see you coming back just because Hayden Hurst already played and Kareem Hunt's on a bye, so you're not getting points there. Taywan Taylor and Le'Veon Bell really need to have big weeks for you to have a chance. And given how Le'Veon Bell's a sim game that the Jets are losing, I don't see Le'Veon Bell getting you a lot. Maybe Taywan Taylor, though, in his game against the Raiders. So we'll see there. But I think Malirojo is going to get another content point this week, unfortunately.
Hey, it happens. It happens. We'll figure that one out at a different time. So we got our Week 8 matchups. So that's the wrap up there.
Let's jump into start 'em, sit 'em.
So let me get I'll get the Premier Madden schedule up for us, and you guys go ahead and get started on that. So let's start out with a quarterback. Start 'em, sit 'em. Talk to me.
Yeah. So okay. So for my quarterbacks, and this one goes by matchup, and we kind of just talked about it. Daniel Jones, I think he has a terrific matchup.
Oh yeah.
This week, and when you talk about the Cowboys, the team themselves, great roster, but for whatever reason, CEO is struggling with his pass defense. So actually, it's the second worst in the league. Right behind the Steelers. So I think Daniel Jones, I don't know if Q will win this game, but I think Daniel Jones is going to have a heck of a game for him. And then for my sit-ems for this week, I got Russell Wilson. I think let me go
against the Titans.
I think Russell
Titans.
Yes, the Titans. We just saw the interception fest between the Seahawks and the 49ers last week. Mally was able to get on top of the 49ers and come out with a victory, but I don't think he's going to have the same outcome against the Titans. Hopefully that game gets played all the way through. I know there's some challenges there and some opportunities with connection, but I think Russell Wilson's going to have a tough time in this game.
That was very professional. You didn't say issues, you didn't say problems, you said challenges. Like, that was very professional, very non-accusatory. So I like
it professional.
Yeah. I see. Different type of show. I like that.
try to keep it professional. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna take the running backs here.
Okay.
The stardom for running back, I am gonna go with somebody that I expect to put up 35 plus. Actually, I would go as far as 40 plus this week in Miles Sanders against the Packers.
Oh, okay.
When I played the Packers, their run defense is non-existent. It's up the middle, outside, and it doesn't matter. You are going to get yards against the Green Bay Packers defense when it comes to running the ball. So I could see Miles Sanders. The Eagles are definitely better at running the ball than I am, and they have the better running back. And I could see Miles Sanders absolutely going off this week. And then when it comes to sit-em for running backs, I'm actually going to go with Ty Chandler against the Lions. Cookie Boy's a good user and knows how to take away your best option. And I expect a lot of stacked boxes and a lot of small running lanes when it comes to playing the Detroit Lions. So that's going to be my sit-em this week.
Stacked boxes and small running lanes. That sounds like an innuendo in there somewhere. I'm not sure. There's an opportunity for a joke. But Okay, cool. So we're moving right on to wide receivers. I'll jump in on this one, guys. Looking at the lineups here, so we got Jet Steelers. Giving up. Look who's giving up the most passing yards here for me. And so I don't know if this would be the breakout game. I'm not sure, but I can say when it comes to passing yards, bottom three teams: Steelers, Cowboys, Bucks. Steelers have definitely struggled against the deep ball. Master Nunn has shown early on that he wants to air the ball out, try to get things working. I feel like this could be a change up for him. I don't think there's any Jets receivers on anybody's lineup though. So let me find. I didn't think that through. My apologies, guys. Browns.
Oh, no worries. It doesn't have to be on somebody's lineup. Somebody could still pick them up in waivers.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be somebody. Doesn't have to. Maybe when you do your sit 'em, you want to think about somebody that's on somebody's lineup to make them think about not playing them. But when it comes to stardoms, if they could pick them up in waivers,
True.
You could mention that they're definitely somebody that could be a steal in waivers.
Well, I'm gonna pick on you right quick. Once I went back and looked at it again, Lions 49ers. I think now that he's got the dev with St. Brown or with his rookie, I think toward these next couple of games, you can expect a more balanced passing attack from the Lions. And they definitely have some weapons with TJ Hawkinson and whatnot. So I would probably start, what's my man name over there? Kenny Galladay. I think you could expect numbers from Kenny Galladay this week. He's had a slow start. He hasn't been targeted a lot, but now I think that he has the rookie where he wants him to be. He's got three guys you have to cover. I expect Galladay to get some touches here. I see at least 2 touchdowns from him, for sure 1. So I would start Galladay this week. It could be a good look against that 49ers defense just because 49ers defense does have a lot of talent. It's just he has a lot of receivers to cover, and I think that's more the issue. Sit him this week. Who we got sitting? Cowboys, Giants. This is a note to myself. Giants are actually the number 1 pass defense. They're leading the league in interceptions. CeeDee Lamb is a guy that, I can tell the Cowboys targets, but I don't think this will be his week against the Giants. Not this week. So I would sit CeeDee Lamb, and if you had any other Cowboys receivers, I'm not saying they won't be able to move the ball in the air. I'm saying against that Giants defense, it will not be favorable.
Yeah, you don't know who. Yeah, you don't know who's going to get the ball and anything like that. So I agree with that. I didn't know the Giants were that well on pass defense, but I totally agree with that. Knowing that they're a top tier pass defense. Let's jump into tight ends. Fallen, do you got 2 tight ends?
Yes, I do. So this kind of goes with the Buccaneers defense that we kind of just talked about. They're 3rd worst in the league against the pass. In their middle tier interceptions, but I think Dawson Knox is going to have a great game for the Bills. We saw the new Bills user likes to air out the ball. I think Knox had 4 catches last week. I think he's going to have at least 5 catches this week and over 100 yards, especially against that defense. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. And then for my sit-em this week, it's a guy who has been targeted pretty often in Mark Andrews for the Baltimore Ravens. We saw the Ravens have a great game against the Lions yesterday, but I think Natural is going to do his best to try to take away all the weapons that the Ravens has. And I think Bacon's going to try to keep the ball on the ground, and he's going to try to avoid throwing the ball. So I think Andrews is going to be a sit-em for this week.
I think we got some threats in the chat on the Bucks slander. Whoa, ooh. D-Lloyd in the chat. Yeah, he said, yo, you got to watch the Bucks slander. I love the energy, guys. We appreciate you being here in the chat. Go ahead. What you had for me, Nefarious?
Those are good stardom sit-ems. Definitely interested in with the Ravens or the Patriots. And I'm actually going to get to that in a second. My startup defense for this week is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles against the Green Bay Packers. Definitely prone to his own turnovers. I could also go with the Titans versus the Seahawks. I think either matchup could be very good for anybody that has those defenses. I actually picked up the Eagles defense because I can't play the Lions defense this week because they're going up against me. So I picked up the Eagles defense against the Packers. I think they're going to have a really good game. And then also the Titans defense against the Seahawks, I think is going to have a solid matchup and a solid game. When it comes to the defense I'm going to sit this week, I am going to go with the New England Patriots as a sit-em defense against the Ravens.
Too many weapons.
Too many weapons. Lamar Jackson is just too dangerous. And it seems Bacon is a Ravens fan, and he mentioned in previous Maddens that he wanted the Ravens. We expected all kinds of cheese, but I think he's running the Ravens defense the Ravens offense with Lamar Jackson pretty professionally. I haven't heard any complaints about the way he uses Lamar Jackson. I know Lamar Jackson gets his yardage on runs, but I think he's using it in a realistic way instead of just hiking, hauling, and stuff like that. I've watched a little bit of the Ravens this year. I haven't watched every second of the Ravens, so I can't say that's 100% a fact, but that's just the general idea I get from chat activity and stuff. Nobody's really complained about how he's using Lamar. But that being said, the Patriots have a lot to handle with the Ravens. Now they got Jerry Rice reincarnated, and Miles Boykin, or Randy Moss, whoever you want to call it, and Miles Boykin. He's got Hollywood Brown. He's got J.K. Dobbins, and he's got Lamar, and that's always a run threat. So it's a really strong offense and a really dangerous offense, and this would probably be the biggest test offensively going up against the defense for the Patriots this season, if I'm being honest.
I can definitely see that. I think it's got room to. This is obviously it could be a big game for fantasy. It might be a big game to start some unconventional guys with a top front seven, and his defensive backs are good too. Versus a team that front seven's okay, but his defensive back is a strong point. Some unconventional guys might get some touches, so it might be a really good idea to look through some depth charts and maybe see if you can find a guy who could be a nice flex guy for you. I think your flex position, if you got anything going on this game, could be, maybe somebody on either roster could be nice to slide in your flex spot.
Yeah, I agree. This game is going to be, it's either going to be a haymaker battle or it's going to be a defensive battle, in my opinion. I'm leaning more towards the haymaker battle. That's why I'm going to sit the Patriots defense.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think both of these defenses would be sit-ems this week because I think this game is going to be high scoring, especially seeing the Ravens' ability to come back when they were down. I believe they were down 14 plus points against the Lions in their game this week, and they were able to battle back. So I think we may see something similar, but either way, I think these defenses have the potential to ultimately end up with negative points.
Ooh, even more. Q jumped in the chat with a hot take. I know we don't do hot takes, but he's got the Pats 48, Ravens 13. So, it's in the comments. I felt like it was worth mentioning. I'm not saying it's impossible,
really
but yeah.
I don't see that. I think it's I don't know, Q. I think it might be a little salt with Q. I don't know.
It's definitely some salt in the chat right there. Natural just pulled up in here. I see you, baby. We won't even get into all that. I'm not even going to mention that. Well played, sir. Well played. But
these guys got anything else? I think that's pretty much it for this week.
No, us guys don't have anything else, bro. But no, go ahead.
Yeah,
we got on bye weeks. What you got?
I do. We do. We have another 6 teams on bye weeks this week. So for you guys in the chat, make sure you're paying attention, especially to your lineups. We got the Bengals, the Raiders, the Vikings, the Bears, the Redskins, and the Cardinals all on bye weeks this week. So I know there are a couple teams there that do have a lot of players on each roster with at least one person that would be on a bye week. So, you know, take that into consideration. Put in a waiver claim if you need to.
Definitely. D-Lloyd said, great show. Appreciate you, bro. We're doing our best. Thanks for tuning in as always. Natural, appreciate you in the chat. Q, everybody who pulled up. Molly was in here for a little bit. Thank you guys for being in the chat. We'll keep the great content coming. Everybody have a good night, man.
Oh, always. Yeah, you guys have a good one.
You guys have a great night. We appreciate you watching.